and welcome to the second part of the Pilates Matwork session using the band, or stockings, tights if you don't have a band. We're going to do a few sitting exercises to begin with, so you're very welcome to sit straight onto your mats, or if it's more comfortable you can use yoga blocks to sit on top of. These are really helpful if you are tight in the lower backs, or if you're really tight in the hips and you find it's difficult to sit up straight. So I'm going to just pop a block under my bum just to show you, and I'm going to turn to the side just to help you to find your neutral spine. We're sitting in our long frog position with the soles of the feet connected together, the hands just resting on the legs. And what we want to feel in the body, whether you're on a block or not, is that you can make your back lovely and straight, finding those natural curves for the spine. Once you're in this position, I want you to round your back, so tip your pelvis back, round your spine, and then release back up into a lengthened spine. Let's just do that twice more, just to help us to find our good sitting. So you're rounding the back, drawing the tummy in, and then coming back to your good sitting. Just one more. Once you've found your lovely upright spine again, let's work with the band. I'm going to take the band behind the back. I'm going to just turn around to face you. It comes across the upper back, quite high up the back of the spine. If you have a band, it's really nice to have it as wide as you can across the body so you can feel that feedback. Otherwise, the tights, keep the legs together, just take the legs and the other end behind your back. So we're going to bring your elbows into your waists, the palms turned up to the ceiling. And you want to have a little bit of tension on the band already at this point. So no floppy bits as you hold the band. Relax your shoulders, draw them down your back, lengthen your spine up to the ceiling. Take a breath in as you turn your arms in your shoulders, keeping the elbows under your shoulders. And then breathe out as you release to the front. Breathing in to open, and breathing out to release. We're using the band just to give us a little bit of feedback at this point, trying to encourage us to keep the upper arms backwards and under the shoulders as we turn the upper arms inside the shoulders. Watch that the wrists don't drop down or flop, and also watch you don't end up with your hands in line with your shoulders. The hands ideally are just running parallel to the mat. Good, let's do two more. Breathing in as you open, and breathing out as you release. One last one. Good. Let's then take this into Cleopatra. So what this involves is the same dumb-weighted position to start. Then with your palms, you push your arms up towards the ceiling, stretching the band. And then you bend your arms, bring them back under your shoulders, and come back to the start. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the band stretch as you push your arms to the ceiling. Breathe in to release, breathe out to come back. Remember, you don't have to straighten the arms, just work with the range you have available. Obviously the tension in the band will dictate how much length you can find in your arms. The less tension, the easier it is. The more tension, the more challenging it is. Let's do two more to finish. Hopefully you're still working at your own pace, just moving through the arms. Remember that the spine stays lifted in that lovely lengthened position. This is your last one. When you're finished there, let's release the band from behind the back. If you need to give your shoulders a little circle or a shrug, do that. If you need to relax the legs or the hips, do that. If you want to give your knees a hug to the chest, that's always quite a nice stretch to release off the lower back. Let's come now into side reach, and we're going to use the band to help us to strengthen one side of the body as we lengthen the other side of the body, but obviously we're going to alternate sides. So we're back in long frog position. If you are more comfortable with wide legs, you can have them wide. If you want your legs together and straight, you can have them straight. The most important thing for me is that your back is straight. That's really key. Take your band again. This time we're holding it in front of the body and with quite a lot of space between the hands, so a wide V position through the arms. and there now is tension in the band. We're going to sit up again, really tall in the spine, and then reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to stay up with your arms, tilt your head, your neck, your spine over to the side. So I've gone to the right. Now I'm going to keep my left arm to the ceiling and pull my right arm down to stretch the band. And then release the band and bring your spine back to the center. Make sure the bum stays anchored on the floor. Take a breath in. Breathe out, side reach to the other side. I'm going to the left. Breathe in there. Breathe out. Pull the left arm down, resist with your right arm. Breathe in to release and breathe out to come back. Breathe in. So we're going to feel this in the opposing shoulder and in the waist that we're pulling down from. Those muscles switch on to lower the arm. Good. We're doing one more to each side. Remember the band, the arms are just in front of your body as you move, rather than directly to the side. We don't want to catch the band on the body. Good, really nice. When you finish there, relax your arms. Give the shoulders a circle or a shrug. And if you need to, a spine stretch forward, releasing tension in the body. And coming back up again. We're going to transition now onto your backs into relaxation position. So keep your band handy, or in fact, actually before you come down, let's take the band and wrap it behind your right foot or around your right foot. If you have tights, you're going to open the legs out and apart and pop your foot into the crotch of the tights. With the band, you could just place it behind the foot, or you could wrap it once around the top of the foot, so that you've got nice equal tension in the band. I have the same length in each side, and the band is a little bit more secure behind the foot. Then bring yourself onto your back into relaxation position. You're going to start with your feet on the floor, just resting down onto the mat. Your head resting onto your head cushion. Pelvis and spine in a neutral position, so check that the hips, the pubic bone are level with one another, parallel to the ceiling. You're feeling that you have those natural curves for the lower back and for the neck. So if you are using a cushion or a towel, the cushion is just under the head, it's not under the neck or the shoulders. And then with the band, we'll take it onto either side of the right knee, elbows rest into the floor, and your fists are up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to straighten your right leg along the floor and float it up towards the ceiling, but only to the point that your pelvis stays level. So I'm going to keep mine here. I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I push down with my heel, breathe in, point the foot and lift it. Now take the leg out to the right without moving the left knee or the pelvis. Then bring it across the body towards the left knee and come back to the center. Breathe out, flex and lower. Breathe in, point and lift. Breathe out, open to the right. Breathe in, come across to the left and back to the center. We'll do 2 more sets on this side. You'll notice that my hands are staying absolutely still. I'm not letting them get pulled with the band. Last one to finish. So mobilizing into the hips. Good, very nice. When you finish there, you can bend the knee and swap the band to the other foot. So if you need to roll up to wrap the band, please do that. Otherwise, you can maybe reach the foot lying on your back. Hold on to either end of the band, nice equal tension. You could start off with the feet on the mat, just realign your body, check the pelvis, the spine are in neutral. And then straighten the left leg along the floor, float the leg up towards the ceiling. Remember that it only lifts up to where you can maintain a neutral pelvis. If I bring my leg right up, I've now lost my neutral spine. My lower back is rounded into the mat. So for me, my leg needs to be more like here. So So we come back into that same exercise. Breathing out as we push down with the heel. Breathe in, point and lift. Breathe out, the leg goes to the left. Breathe in, it comes across towards the right knee, back to the center. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. 2 more sets on the left side. Feeling really nice length along the back of the leg, but also the inner thigh and the outer thigh. So we're working into all of those hamstring muscles, all 3 of them. This is the last one to finish. And then bend the knee, release the band from around your foot. And we're going to come into a spine curl with an arm press and an arm raise. So make sure you have room behind you to straighten your arms. I'm just going to shuffle a little lower down. Bring my cushion with me. And the arms are going to start off above your chest, holding the band just literally shoulder width apart. So there's quite a lot of tension on the band. You could even double up your band, so there's less of it flapping about. And that will give you even more tension. So I'll leave that up to you to choose what works for your body. Neutral pelvis and spine. Make sure there's a little bit of space between your feet and your knees. And the arms start off above the chest. Draw your shoulders down into the mat. Feel that weight through the back of your head, the back of the shoulders, and the tailbone. And then let's start off by lowering your arms forwards and downwards. And when your band reaches your thighs, pull the band across your thighs. Feel your arm muscles engage. Now tilt your pelvis, lower your lower back into the mat, lift your bum now, and peel your spine away from the floor, pushing your hips to the ceiling. Keep pulling down with your arms. Then once your hips have lifted, float your arms up to the ceiling, take them back towards your ears. Then keep them back and roll your spine back into the floor, bone by bone by bone. When they've come back to neutral, bring your arms upwards and we start again. Breathing in to pull the arms down. Breathe out to roll the spine up. Breathe in, arms come up and back. Breathe out, we roll back into the floor, bone by bone by bone. Let's do 3 more sets. So getting a lovely sequential curling through the spine. Good, really nice. I can feel in my body, my arms getting closer to the wall behind me. I'm not sure how that's happening, but I must be lengthening something in the right way. Good, really good. Let's do one last one. Arms coming forwards. Pull down with the band, lift up with the bum, resist with the band. Arms float up, keep them back, let the spine stretch forwards. Bring your bum closer to your feet. Release the bottom, release your arms, and relax the body there. Great, well done. Let's come now into an exercise called window arms. This is really nice, again, to work with the band and to get lovely shoulder mobility. The legs stay relaxed, the spine stays in neutral, nothing moves other than the arms and the shoulders. And I want you to really focus on your rib cage. We talk about in Pilates rib to hip connection, and for this exercise, when your arms are moving around the body, we want to maintain that rib to hip connection. So think about the lowest of your ribs softening or holding down towards your hips by using your abdominal muscles. So let's take the band again. Again, you can keep it folded in half or you can open it out. I'm going to open mine out just for variety. And we want to hold the band with a little more slack. So my arms are now, I would say, in a small V position. They start off then above the chest, so they're coming to a parallel position. The band, you'll notice, has gone slack between my arms. Again, the shoulders draw down, the palms face forwards, head is heavy, rib cage is heavy, tailbone is heavy. So we start off with a bend of the elbows, so they bend wide to your sides, the band stretches as your elbows lower down towards the mat. Then you tip your hands backwards, you'll notice the band just brushes over my forehead. Then I reach the arms back behind me into ribcage closure. Then I lift my arms back above the chest. So we breathe out, bend your elbows wide to your sides. Breathe in, tip the hands back. Breathe out, reach your arms overhead. And breathe in, return the arms above the chest. So as we're moving the arms, watch that ribs don't pull off the floor and the lower back releases away or makes a bigger curve underneath it. So keep that neutral spine. So let's do 3 more. Breathing out as we bend. Breathe in, tip the hands back. Remember, we're not trying to touch the floor at any point. Breathe out, reach the arms back into ribcage closure. Breathe in to return. Breathe out. Feel that width across your chest. Breathe in. Oops. Props knocked over. We'll do one last one. And reaching overhead. And then reach your arms up and rest them back to your sides. Good. We're going to come into the hundreds now, and this is, we're going to do stage 1 and stage 3. I'll give you the option for stage 2 if you want to stay there. But to begin with, we're just focusing on our breath. So I want you to keep your legs relaxed, keep your spine in a neutral position, the body is relaxed. Your arms could either rest to your sides, or preferably, I want you to pop your hands onto the lowest of your ribs, either at the front of the rib cage or the sides of the rib cage. And we're going to use our breath to focus into our hands to feel the hands move with the body, move with the breath. So we're going to start off taking a really deep breath in through the nose for about 5 counts. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then breathe out through the mouth 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in for 5. And breathe out for 5. And you'll see as you breathe in, the rib cage expands, it gets wider. As you breathe out, the rib cage narrows. Good. So as you breathe in, the hands go wider apart from one another with the expansion of the rib cage. As you breathe out, the hands come closer together as the rib cage narrows and softens. Let's do 2 more lovely big breaths. Breathing in for 5 and out for 5 and in for 5 and out for 5 and then relax there. Let's now add in the arm beats. So still the head is staying relaxed. The arms are going to lengthen to our sides. And now rather than the arms resting on the floor, we're going to hover them just off the mat. And then as you breathe in, the arms move up and down 5 times with that in-breath. And then they move up and down 5 times with the out-breath. So it's in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you keep doing 2 more sets. Try to keep the arms really long and straight. And you're moving from the shoulder joint. When you've done your last set, still your arms, rest them on the floor. And now this is where it gets a little bit more challenging or more exciting, depending on your point of view. We're going to add in the band. So with the hundreds, our challenge is to come into a curl up position where we bring the upper body off the mat, and we're lengthening the arms and we're beating them up and down. But now we're going to add in the band. Now you could keep your feet on the floor and drape the band over your knees. So again, you can have it folded in half or nice and long. Actually, keep it long. Keep it long. It'll go over the knees if you're doing the easier version. It's still a challenge, but at least your legs are more relaxed. So the feet are down. This is stage 2. If you want more challenge, you'll bring your legs into a double knee fold. One at a time they come up, and the band moves more down onto your shins rather than up onto the knees. We're going to lengthen your arms to your sides, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, nod your chin to your chest, lift your head and roll forwards and upwards into your curl up position. The arms are lengthening off the floor, they're holding onto the band. Knees are together, feet are together, and we breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing and counting for yourself. You'll notice that my upper body, my head and neck and shoulders stay still. They're not falling back down to the floor. They're also hopefully not moving with the movement of the arms. They should be keeping really still. The tummy is drawing in towards the spine. The knees stay above the hips. We'll do 2 more sets. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the head, lower the feet. Relax your arms. Roll your head gently from side to side. Let go of any tension that may have crept into the neck. Take some lovely big breaths again. Just letting the body release tension. And when you're finished there, I'm finished this part of the class. We're going to resume on the other side to finish off with a few more exercises. So for now, I'll say goodbye and I'll see you for part 3. Bye.